When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. If you get up in the morning and think, the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. Life is too short for long-term grudges. Patience is a virtue, and I'm learning patience. It's a tough lesson. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket, as long as you control what happens to that basket. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. Great companies are built on great products. I think you should always bear in mind that entropy is not on your side. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. Any product that needs a manual to work is broken. I will never be happy without having someone. Going to sleep alone kills me. When Henry Ford made cheap, reliable cars, people said, "Nah, what's wrong with a horse?" That was a huge bet he made, and it worked. I say something, and then it usually happens. Maybe not on schedule, but it usually happens. Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time. Sometimes it will be ahead, other times it will be behind. But brand is simply a collective impression some have about a product. I think we are at the dawn of a new era in commercial space exploration. Starting a business is not for everyone. Starting a business, I'd say, number one is, have a high pain threshold. We're already cyborgs. Your phone and your computer are extensions of you, but the interface is through finger movements or speech, which are very slow. If I'm not in love, if I'm not with a long-term companion, I cannot be happy. I always invest my own money in the companies that I create. I don't believe in the whole thing of just using other people's money. I don't think that's right. I'm not going to ask other people to invest in something if I'm not prepared to do so myself. I think there should be regulations on social media to the degree that it negatively affects the public good. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. I would like to die on Mars. Just not on impact. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. When I was in college, I wanted to be involved in things that would change the world. I think it matters whether someone has a good heart. Self-driving cars are the natural extension of active safety and obviously something we should do. Really, the only thing that makes sense is to strive for greater collective enlightenment. There's a silly notion that failure is not an option at NASA. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. I think life on Earth must be about more than just solving problems. It's got to be something inspiring, even if it is vicarious. Rockets are cool. There's no getting around that. I think we have a duty To maintain the light of consciousness, to make sure it continues into the future. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. It's very important to like the people you work with. Otherwise, your job is going to be quite miserable. If humanity doesn't land on Mars in my lifetime, I would be very disappointed. I do love email. Wherever possible, I try to communicate asynchronously. I'm really good at email. I'm anti-tax, but I'm pro-carbon tax. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I tend to approach things from a physics framework. And physics teaches you to reason from first principles rather than by analogy. I wouldn't say I have a lack of fear. In fact, I'd like my fear emotion to be less because it's very distracting and fries my nervous system. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office, and it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design. I usually describe myself as an engineer. That's basically what I've been doing since I was a kid. Mars is the only place in the solar system where it's possible for life to become multiplanetarian. We are the first species capable of self-annihilation. As you heat the planet up, it's just like boiling a pot. The key to making things affordable is design and technology improvements, as well as scale. If anyone has a vested interest in space solar power, it would have to be me. Physics is really figuring out how to discover new things that are counterintuitive, like quantum mechanics. It's really counterintuitive. Silicon Valley has some of the smartest engineers and technology business people in the world. I just want to retire before I go senile, because if I don't retire before I go senile, then I'll do more damage than good at that point. Man has the power to act as his own destroyer, and that is the way he has acted through most of his history.